Hello everyone and welcome to the Man United Agenda, and tonight is your Southampton versus Manchester United Premier League preview show. Hello everyone and welcome to the Man United Agenda, and it is your Premier League preview show against Southampton on Sunday, kickoff at 2 p.m. And as always, we're joined by a great panel of Mr. B, OS, Amonde. Welcome guys as always. And before we get involved and carrying on and celebrating still about the victory against Leeds United, I want to shout out respect to PMU, the Man United Agenda. We've got you. So, guys, how are we feeling today? Are we relaxed? Are we looking forward for the game on Sunday? We are doing a watch along as well. So if you are watching it, please join us on the watch along. So, guys, moving on now. It's Wednesday. The event's over. We're looking forward to Southampton now, going to their ground, St. Mary's. Last time we played them, we were 2-0 down, and we had a superstar by the name Cavani who came on as a sub and scored 2 goals with a Bruno Fernandes, and we won 3-2 in the end. So let's go to Mr. B and ask Mr. B, before I go through all my team selection, I know you guys going to be rambling in the background about my team selection and everything as always, but not always wrong. So before we go there, Mr. B, game coming up on Sunday. What do you make of it? And do you think this is a walk in the park, or can you see there's any issues with us going forward with it?
No game's ever a walk in the park for us. As they say, quote unquote, there's never an easy game in the Premiership, but Southampton are asking us to do them on Sunday. If I'm honest. Not overconfident. It'll probably come back to bite me on the arse, but they've lost their forward, Danny Ings. They haven't replaced him. Oh, tell a lie. They did replace him with the Blackburn guy who scored. But I think, Adam. Yeah, that's the one. Armstrong, yeah, that's the one. So I don't expect it to be a walk in the park, but I would think that if the team is put out where we're not, look, it's the second game of the season, so nobody should be tired. He puts out the team that he feels should win. It shouldn't even be an issue. I think it should be a walk in the park is too easy, but it should be a win. I'm expecting 3 points, definitely.
Let's go to on Monday now. On Monday, Mr. B said should be not a walk in the park, but these are the games that we need to really and truly worry about. And the team, Ole's got prepped the team so well going into these games, because these games seems like last season of Sheffield United and stuff, these are downfall games. And if the players is not up for it, the manager doesn't prep them correctly, these are the games that we could lose points.
Yes, certainly. I bet. I mean, we played Leeds. We beat Leeds by a number of goals, 5-1. Last season, we scored goals against Leeds. I'm sure we beat Southampton 9-0 last season, didn't we? Is that correct?
No, Old Trafford.
Yeah, but we beat them 9-0. So we
did,
scored a lot of goals. And they're not usually a team with their manager who set up to sort of defend. They like to play football. That's their identity. So I think it'll be an open game. And I really expect us to win, not just because I'm bragging because we won the game previously, but I really think we're onto something this year. As we discussed tactically about our midfield and about the strikers, even putting a Greenwood up front on his own. we're quite happy with that. We're really content that we will win games with Greenwood as the main striker. So with Sancho maybe to come in and a few more tweaks. We had a game yesterday, didn't we, against Burnley behind closed doors. So we're really building up to getting everyone in peak form and everyone fighting for their places. So I can see us winning that game, even though it's away from home against Southampton. Because like Mr. B was saying, they've unfortunately they've lost a couple of players. I don't think Armstrong's good. He's a young player. He's been really killing it in the lower league since he left Newcastle a few years ago. England under 21 international as well. But surely he's not good enough to manage maybe Varane and Maguire and even Lindelof, especially if Lindelof plays defensive midfielder. Isn't that right?
And that brought us on surely to OS.
Yes.
Yeah, game threatened. On Monday, I don't believe sort of they pose a lot of threat to us. Plus, we're at home as well. Our home record last season was phenomenal. The best home record we've had in a very long time compared to our home form. Compared to our home form. But is there any trouble you can see Southampton creating? And again, they got rid of Danny Ings, who is probably a focal point. Ward-Prowse as well, sorry. He apparently might be going to Spurs. We're not sure about the rumours. Will his head be firmly on this game, or would it be taken off a little bit?
You know what? This is a very, very intriguing game for me, because we're gonna. I think in this game we're gonna see where Ollie's head is at, because the first game we played against Leeds, I can understand because of their attacking. He wanted to play with McFred in the midfield, but this game against Southampton, and our away form, as you just mentioned, is really, really good. I'm intrigued to see if he's going to play with two defensive-minded midfielders or if he's going to play with one. Because he tried it in pre-season and it worked in pre-season when he played Matic and Van der Beek, for example. They played well together. I'm just intrigued to see if he's going to go there against Southampton. And to answer your question, I think whoever plays for Southampton, I think their head will be in the game. I mean, they're professionals at the end of the day. When they play the game, they're going to play the game to win. The thing I think we have to look out for is the likes of Walcott. Like, I think the pace of Walcott, because we're gonna have a high line, so I'm sure they're gonna try and use Walcott to get in behind our defenders. So I think it's watching the likes of Walcott. I think Armstrong is going to be a threat as well. But you know what? I'm excited, man. I'm confident as well, because at home, our home form was where the issue was. Yes, Southampton are going to have their fans back, but they don't have Vestergaard anymore. So that leadership at the back is gone. They don't have Ings anymore. The leadership up top is gone. Like, I really think we're going to run through them. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. I really believe. I don't know. Is Sancho going to play? This is another question, because I still believe Sancho is not fully fit yet. As Armando mentioned, it was great that he got a preseason game yesterday against, I say preseason, but a friendly against Burnley. But I still don't think he's fit enough yet. So I don't think he's going to play. Like, would you change the lineup? Like, I'm always against changing a winning lineup, So would you change a lineup? I thought Greenwood had a game of his life that first game. So I don't want to take him out. Pogba, as you saw the game he had, so he has to play on that left side. And then on the right side, James was probably the weak point for us in that game. So are you going to take James out now, which I think could be it could be a great decision. If you take him out, then what do? Does Sancho come in for him despite his fitness issues? Either way, I'm excited and I expect 3 points at the
Yeah, you make some valid point there, guys. For me, my worry is, and I always say it's the mental awareness and the capability of some of our players going into certain games, believing you're picking up that 3 points, underestimating that team. And the problem is Southampton play in a way where they play a more fluid football. They play very fluid. They try to hold the ball. They keep control of the ball. Also, we're talking about Theo, whether or not he can get behind United defence and stuff with his pace. The issue I have, if they went 1-0 up or 2-0 up, could they 1-0 up? I'm praying they don't. But if they went up 1-0 or so, could they then maintain and keep Man United at bay? Could we open them up? Because yes, we have got like the Jadon Sancho of the world on, but could we actually physical? Because last season we couldn't do it. We had the players, and most of the players are still there, and they're going to be featuring within the game. Apart from, I'm going to put Jadon Sancho in this team. So can we break, as the tactics now with Ole, can we break teams down now? Is there another style? Is there a plan B if plan A isn't working?
Let me just say this: even if we don't have a plan B, and we haven't developed, we've got better players. And Jadon Sancho, for starters, he's someone who's going to open teams up. He's very, very creative. I think he gives us that different option that we didn't have last season. So like I said, even without a change of philosophy, we can still break teams down with the better players that we have. And then I think we won't really be able to tell this until about 4 or 5 games into the season against various teams to see where we're really at. It's hard to assess at the moment, as OS was saying. But Jadon Sancho, I think, is going to unlock a lot of doors for us when it comes to creativity.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, if you're watching content, please like, please share, please subscribe. This is a Man United agenda. Please leave your comments and we will reach out to you. Also, after the streaming's finished, if you'd like to leave some comments underneath, we really appreciate it and we will get back to you as well with it. I'm Solo7. You got Mr. B, OS, and Amonde. Guys, we're going to fly through some of the comments now quickly. So, Amonde, would you like to take the comments away, please?
Wow. Thank you for the love. Everyone's tuning in today.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate that.
Our man, Talk MU.
Big up, Talk.
Thinking about you guys. Got Linville here. Linville saying good evening.
Good evening.
How you doing, Linville?
Been a little while, man.
And can we just have a little moment to thank you again, Talk MU, for this intro. That's the first reaction we got. One of the first comments is loving the intro. And I just want to say personally, it's fantastic. Don't I look cool? Guys, don't I look cool? Don't we all look cool? Yeah? Anyway, moving on. Limbo thinks we're going to bust up Southampton 3-0. That's a nice result.
We're going to come into the comments. We're going to get you to do that.
James is saying preview. Yeah, we come a bit early today.
We're doing early.
That's true. Now, Notorious OLE, how you doing, man?
Big up. I haven't seen you before. Welcome.
No, Notorious
Welcome to the channel. I like the name.
Notorious.
He knows his stuff. He certainly does. He said Alan Armstrong. He's played Newcastle, been playing in lower leagues. And everyone's been rating him, and Southampton is probably the right club for him. So let's see what he's got.
Very patient.
He thinks, again, he's mentioning Armstrong. Big bad Man United. You should jog in the park. May mean it'll be an easy game. Gemma thinks it'll be an easy game for us. Notorious again.
Get well soon as well.
Yeah. From all the Man United agenda, get well soon, girl. Notorious OLE says, anyone remember Chris Armstrong for Spurs? Yeah. They want to say I look like him. I really do look like him when I was younger.
Who did you?
Yeah. and he scored a lot of goals for Spurs. Came from Crystal Palace, didn't he?
He did.
Really quick, but I hear he got done for cannabis or something. He's a ruster now. Bit like me as well. Anyway, Anthony Herbert. How you doing, Anthony?
Thank you.
Man United will win. Southampton sold Danny Ings, so they're weak up front. Fred hat-trick and Lindelof to get mad at the match. Chances on Sancho starting. Gemma's asking, posing the question. What do you guys think?
I think he will start.
100%.
All right. Well, Notorious is on our page. Yeah, he's saying 90% start.
Yeah.
Linville says Sancho, Martial, Pogba scoring all 3 goals. 1 goal each. Yes, big up RC Bayan. How you doing? Big up
Bayan.
I'm going to tune into his quiz. He's done a brilliant quiz later. I'm going to tune into that later. Check out RC. Mr. B says, I don't think Ollie Wenger going to change the lineup. Thanks, Mr. B. Linville's excited. Yeah, he's saying we're going to attack. So he said 3-0, we're going to attack. And he's already also named the goal scorers. So,
I like that.
Yeah, I might be right and taking some notes here from Linville. Jem says last season home and away doesn't really count. First week of the Prem, fans back, almost all home teams won. Fan power is back. Norwich didn't though.
I don't agree completely with that though, because our away form was good way before even the whole COVID. So I think we're going to be good away anyway.
What did you think about the 12th man of the fans being back? Just saying,
fully.
Great atmosphere. You could tell from the Leeds United game
things making a difference.
It was.
Yeah, even the Norwich fans were good. They good atmosphere that day. Notorious Greenwood and Martial.
Greenwood's better than Martial. That's what.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
I tend to agree.
Yeah. Don't say that.
You know what? You know what? Can I? I like Martial in it, but Greenwood.
Yo,
that game.
He had a game.
I'm thinking about games that Martial had for us. Obviously, his Liverpool debut.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Martial could have played a game like that. No disrespect to Martial, and you know my memory's not very good. But Greenwood, he was just on a different team. Yeah.
One thing's for sure, I think Martial can't finish like Greenwood.
He can't. No way.
In the corners, left foot, right foot. But talent, definitely Martial's. I think he's got more dribbling talent and the thing. But yeah, Big Phil. I hope you like yourself on the intro, Big Phil. He says we start with Lindelof at centre back or CDM versus Southampton. Asking on behalf of my church group. He's asking,
I just want to tell Big Phil, jokes after a while they're not as funny as they used to be.
This is a running joke. I don't think this is going to go on all season.
That's fine.
All right. Someone says, shout out to the Agenda Boys. I actually really, really like United now. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not going to pronounce the name. Thanks so much, boys. I'm okay. Spoke to Curtis.
Yeah, she had a dream about Curtis, didn't she?
Oh, right. Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
And Linville agrees that Greenwood is our best finisher. Yeah, totally.
Definitely.
Those are the comments. Thank you very much, guys, and welcome to the Movies.
Thank you so much for everyone who's new to the show tuning in. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Without you guys, we wouldn't have a fan channel here, and we just want to get this channel to grow as big as possible. And also for us, as on the Man United agenda, we will be getting on fans throughout the season to come and have their say as well. So tune in. Also, you can win yourself a signed Bruno Fernandes shirt once we hit 1K subscribers. So tune into the Man United agenda, guys.
Can I just go through this message here? Anthony, obviously, all I can do is laugh. Lads, your thoughts on the Arsenal team would be nice. I'm just going to laugh, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Can I throw inside? I think Arsenal, the signing they made with the Norwegian kid, I think he's brilliant player. If you can play through him, you're going to open up chances. I just think he needs the right side to really show all his talents. That's a great signing. And you can see the way Arsenal go in the direction they're playing. I just think that my only concern would be they don't really have that rough and tough thing. Their rough and toughest player is Saka, in my opinion, who really got that mental ability to go out there and say, we got to win for Arsenal and where, like that. Otherwise, they're pretty side.
I really don't think that it was a great signing, to be honest with you. I just feel like he's like going to be another Ozil for them. Like, I think, why do you think Real Madrid are selling him? Like, if he was a great signing, Real Madrid would want to keep him. Also, why do you think no one else went in for him? Like, no one went in for him. He was waiting all summer, nothing happened, and he thought, you know what, I'll go back to Arsenal.
That's for another show. I'd like to debate that, but that's for another show.
We've got Cop here. He's been on our thing. So
appreciate
the support. Appreciate it.
Hi guys, come in peace. Was it live long and prosper? Generally interested in the view from the other side. Yeah, we love you guys too. It's all love and hate, but yeah. Big up Liverpool fans.
We'll just go through the rest and then we're going to flip. We've got about 4 more comments.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where are we at then? So Ethan, hello Ethan.
Hello Ethan.
Even Arteta.
Odegaard was a bargain.
He'll be gone by Christmas, don't worry.
Oh, he's a great player beyond his years. I was having an argument earlier with someone, an Arsenal fan, talking about it. Anyway, I'm going to save it for another show because this is Man United. Here's Big Phil. He says, should Arsenal sign Dan James and Phil Jones, they will have a shout for a top 10. They do. Oh, God. Andy, you deal with that one. Thank you, Mr. Bees. That's from Andy.
Thanks.
Not even giving a comment, just laughing. And last season, Odegaard was an okay signing. Nothing to freak out over.
I agree with him. Yeah. I agree with Big Phil.
So, guys, let's go now, and we're going to start discussing Southampton. But before we do that, you know what? I'm going to do a reverse. Rather than showing you my team, what I believe the starting 11 will be, let's go through a couple of Southampton players and discuss what we think they will bring to Man United. But remember, also, we discussed earlier, we had a preseason, a training facility game behind closed door where we won 3-1. You had the likes of Phil Jones, could sign for Arsenal. He basically made an appearance yesterday. You had Jesse Lingard as well played again in it. Bailly also featured. Martial, Lingard, and Fred scored. Just saying, Fred scored. So let's go through some of the Southampton players before we kick in. And it's Adams. Adams, we discussed earlier, signed from Blackburn Rovers. Seems like he's been in around Armstrong, sorry. Been in around lower leagues. Now, Pacey, do you actually think he can do any damage whatsoever to Man United?
I mean, it's difficult to say no. I mean, remember, they're going to be playing in front of their fans. They're going to be so excited. Like, I'm not saying he's going to do damage to the point where they could beat us, but I mean, he could get a goal. I mean, he could get a goal because at the end of the day, you know, our defense have been playing well, but anything can happen against us. You know, we still don't have that. Varane is still not in there, you know, so it's not our 100%. I mean, I like you guys being confident and saying that, you know, he's going to do nothing against us, and I hope you guys are right. So I'll go with you guys. He's doing nothing.
So at the moment for him, I'll go through some of his attributes. Finishing, according to the website I went on, is finishing is strong, passing strong, long shot he's very good at. You see De Gea got beaten the other day from a long effort as well. So you got to be worried about players who can hit the ball from a distance. Hold up play as well. He's very strong. 1 appearance, 90 minutes he's played so far this season on 1 goal.
From what I know about him, he's like one of these strikers. Good movement, short, a bit like Watkins from Brentford, not Brentford, from Aston Villa. He's nimble, he's quick, and he gets into channels, and he's a big, difficult guy to pick up, you know. Where if you compare that with Shea Adams, he's big and physical. We saw him playing against England. For what did he play for Scotland? He
plays for Scotland.
Yeah. So he's a big, strong, physical guy. So this Adams gives them something extra. He's like a Watkins, like an Ollie Watkins, in my opinion. But I don't think we should be able to manage players like that. You know, I don't think he's overly rapid, and I don't think his movement's that good that we should be concerned.
And like you said with Adams as well, he's 25 years old, Scottish international, 1 appearance, 90 minutes, no goal. But aerial duel as well. He's very good. He's good at holding the ball up, passing as well, playing style. He likes, again, certain players, when you look at them, it's almost when you look at the likes of Crouchy, everyone thought Crouchy liked the ball up top, where in fact these players, not all of them, some of them like the ball on the ground. So Southampton, they will pose a threat. I'm not as confident as what you guys are saying. I know we should win the game, but I still believe you've got Will Prowse as well, England international, free kick specialist, long range shot as well, and very creative player. I said it right at the beginning. Tottenham is after him right now, but will his head be in the game, or will he concentrate more on what's in front of him, or will he be concentrating more on a move to Spurs? Because these are players we've got to make sure we hold on to. And the issue is, for me, is the mindset of Man United players. It's the mindset.
Yeah. I think I'm not worried about Ward-Prowse, but we've got a new set piece coach, haven't we?
Yeah.
Who's just been signed up. So I know it's a few days, but hopefully he will come in and deal with all the issues that we had before about conceding from corners and set pieces, the zonal marking, what we're doing. And I hear he's really good. I hear he's brilliant, actually. I can't recall his name. He came from Chelsea. He's got a UEFA license badge, everything. He's got a psychology badge as well. So a degree. So he's going to be fantastic for us. So that's the only issue I have. Corners, set pieces. I don't see Southampton scoring in open play against our setup the way we're playing at the moment.
We just have to be careful. We just have to be careful not to give free kicks away outside of the box, because then he could hurt us with that.
Yeah, and again, I know what you're saying. I'm under with sort of the new coaches, but against Leeds United, we see a bit of what we saw last season with the zonal marking, and for me, zonal marking just doesn't work. I'd rather you pick a man up and shirt tight to that person rather than sort of picking up just a zone to attack the ball from that zone.
Yeah, I think Mr. B, we were talking about this the other day, and we say, like, it depends on who you're playing against. This is Southampton. If you're playing against Burnley, then you maybe need to address some more issues. They're more likely to sort of cause a threat in that respect. But I think Yeah, Mr. B, what were you saying about this the other day about the zonal marking and the new set piece coach?
I mean, look, maybe it's the zones that Ollie had them marking. You know, everybody, coach, there's a reason why coaches actually use zonal marking. So maybe Ollie had them standing up in areas, or the other coaches had them standing up in areas where it was easy to maybe get the run on them. I mean, I'll watch that up. Obviously, I'm going to try and watch the setups now and see. But what I find more interesting is the fact that we see more dangerous from corners. So our set pieces seem more dangerous. I understand that if we were only second worst to Leeds defensive in conceding from set pieces last season, but I'm more interested in seeing what we do from our set pieces.
Right.
In all fairness, so I'll watch it defensively. I'll be honest. I said that's not, my brain doesn't think defensive. So, but that's something that I'll focus on and see if I can remember to incorporate that into the next show, because that would be something interesting to monitor actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I second what Monday said. I mean, I think his name was Eric Ramsey, the new coach.
That's right.
Yeah. Ramsey, yeah.
I've heard really good things coming out from Old Trafford of the job that he's doing there. So I'm really intrigued to see how we improve in those departments throughout the season.
Yeah, and it's the thing where we talked last season about an experienced Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a manager, and all sort of bringing like the likes of Darren Fletcher, bringing all these sort of guys who's coming in, who's very inexperienced. You got Mark Carrick's been there for years, but the problem is he's still not experienced coach. So bringing someone who's got like the coaching badge, has experience with the coaching, the setup and everything, can only be good for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I know there's a lot of coaches at Old Trafford at the moment, but I'm not going to discredit them until what we see of the season, because what I want to see is improvement. That's all I'm interested in. Improvement, and then I'll go with the result, providing I can see Man United go out there and don't play some of the terrible football we played last season, losing some games, drawing games where we should have won those games, and there's improvement. Listen, I'll take it, because then I'll say, right, give Ole till the following season, see what he can do the following season. But providing there's progression with the squad, with the players, we can accept it as Man United fans.
Yeah.
When you talk about the transfer window and signings, I think some of these staff signings could be really influential on our season. Yeah.
I mean, look, we all said Ollie needed help, you know, and it seems like he wasn't proud. He wasn't too proud, you know, to say that he's Johnny Big Bollocks. He's gone out there and got the help. So fair play to him.
And respect.
Fair play to what he's done.
Yeah, you got to respect him for what he's done, and I think this season will be a different season compared to last season. The season had before. I think this season, like last season, we may think there was a progression season. I believe this season will be the progression season to come into next season, because then most of these players then will be his players.
Yeah.
But then come next season, he might just need one or two more signings, and that's all he needs to get to that pinnacle where we're saying, right, we're ready to challenge for the league. Even though this season we should
ready. We're ready.
We have to challenge this season.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah. With the money we spent this season, we have to challenge.
Yeah.
So, but guys, let's go through some of the comments before we move on to my predicted 11 for Sunday's game at 2 p.m.
So James again saying Jones needs to be one of them for sale in block letters. Signs on his head and sit him outside Old Trafford.
No one will still buy him.
Nobody will buy him.
Obifemi, he's the Irish.
Yeah, he's the guy who scored in the 3-2 win.
He looks good. Youngster.
Is that the fast guy? Is that the
fast
one?
Yeah. He's leggy. Yeah, he looks like
he normally has a Paul Pogba haircut as well.
Yeah, but he didn't play last game, did he? And he wasn't even on the bench, I don't think.
No, but the game before that, he did. He scored in the game before that, in the 3-2 win. He did score. He was He was good against us, especially in the first half.
And we know Southampton are conveyor belt. They pick out
Yeah.
talent from all over the British Isles.
Liverpool buying club, aren't they? They're for Liverpool.
Feeder club. Yeah.
Feeder club. They sell everyone.
Carpon Podcast says, I think you guys would tonk Southampton by 5, 6, or maybe even 7.
Wow.
They lost their best defender and attacker. Yeah, he gives evidence for that as well.
See,
Good shout.
and the thing is, we were thinking about. I actually forgot that they sold Vestergaard to Leicester.
Yeah.
I think if it was Old Trafford, I would agree with that comment. But I think because of away, if we can keep them quiet for the first 20 minutes, get a goal or 2, then it could get peaked for them.
Yeah.
So Big Phil saying Everton just put Southampton to the sword, and we just put Everton into a split prior to the Leeds game in the first. No need to worry. We are going to touch Southampton like an iPad. I love his analogies. Even Cop finds that funny. Anthony Herbert says the 30th of November, 8 o'clock, KO kickoff.
Bring it on.
3 points fast. Am I dreaming?
You're coming on the United agenda on Studs Up. You're coming on.
Keep thinking about milk and honey in the sky, Anthony. This is not going to happen. Carpon Podcast says, speaking of progression, you got 74 points last season. Would you accept 80? Remember in Fergie's day, 80 used to be the
was a title.
limit for like a title, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So we'd love to get 80, yeah.
Football change.
Especially with the strength of the league now.
Yeah.
Walcott was invisible against Everton, said Gemma.
Yeah.
Limble says, if we don't get a super CDM this season, we're going to need that and a marquee striker next season to challenge for the league. I think we're 2 players away from challenging. So maybe
I think we are. I agree with him.
Ain't we challenging this year?
I think so, yeah.
I think we should, but
I think we're 2 players away from winning it.
Yeah, no, but to give us a good hope, a glimmer of actually say, right, we can go out, we can challenge for the league. I still believe we need 2 players, and that's going to be a CDM. I don't know if we need a striker because this season, I think Mason Greenwood will come leaps and bounds, and then next season he'll be ready to be put in that hot seat to go up front, and he will be scoring, I reckon, 20 plus goal next season.
Okay. What I like here from Limble, Man United fan, he's thinking about progress as well, progression even for next season for us to get better. I think like teams, when Liverpool won the league recently in the Champions League,
progression.
But they sort of plateaued a bit. They haven't really moved on from there. I could say that, and because they've got the similar side to what they had 2 years ago. Yeah. So I want to see us progress every season like that and not rest on our laurels. You know, Obafemi Summers suffers from injuries. Not sure if he's fit, says Gemma. Yeah. Munzi, hi Munzi, how you doing? Big up people, great show. Thank you very much. Shout out for his new channel. So Munzi Talk Football TV. Check it out, guys. Go and subscribe to Munzi, bringing some knowledge, I'm sure. Big Phil says if Varane and Pogba show up, then that's the league for United. The French connection, yeah. And rent-free.
I get that. I understand what she's saying. So, guys, if you're watching the content, please like, please share, please subscribe. We're the Man United Agenda. Now, let's go and look. Let's create some argument here now, guys. Let's do it. Mr. B, come on, Mr. B. Bring yourself back on. I don't like it when you do this.
Oh, you're going to... Look at it. You're looking cool, Solo. I like the picture. Yeah. You look cool, man.
So this is a formation. We know what formation we're going to be playing anyway. So I've gone De Gea, Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Fred, Scott, Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood. So that's what I've gone with. Now, obviously, last game we know. Hold on, let me ask the guys. Also, if you're watching, can you put in what your team would be to play against Southampton as well? Now, looking at that team, is there any changes you guys would make to that team? Who would you take out? Who would you bring in?
Can we have Mr. B take this one? Oh, I see him. He's itching. He's itching to say something. Go on.
You know what? I'm not going to disagree with you, Solo. I'm sick and tired of getting the bloody team wrong because I want Ollie to do something else. I'm going to agree with that team. Jadon Sancho, obviously, I would have put in. That's my team. That's my team.
OS?
That's my team.
So you guys are good with McFred starting? I know they had a great game, first game. You guys good?
I'm not.
Because for me, I mean, I would say I think this is a great chance for us to try one defensive midfielder and have maybe a Van der Beek come in, you know?
Yes.
And poor guys, this guy's had a good preseason and he's still on the bench. I really don't get it. But I mean, I don't want to say I don't get it because I understand the first game. But this is why I said this game is intriguing for me, because I want to see if he plays a Van der Beek or if he plays one defensive midfielder. So I would probably go for either a McTominay or a Matic in that one position on the base, and then I would put a Van der Beek in there. I think we have to go attacking against Southampton. We don't have to defend and defend and defend, you know. So confidence is high. Let's go for it.
Go on, because I've got my argument, the reason why I picked that team, and I'll come to you after I'll go to on Monday.
Yeah, I'm with OS. I think obviously I know we don't pick the team here, and we know how Ollie plays it. We've seen the pattern over the years, over the last year and the season before that, how he sort of picks his team. So he's likely to play Solo's team. But me personally, I would love to see Van der Beek come in. He's had a season on the sidelines. It's time to start playing him. Don't get into that same pattern again where he's not playing and not trusted in his games. He's put a lot of work in. He's been really professional. I'm sure he's fit enough now. I'm sure he ticks all the boxes for the fitness tests and whatever test they want to do on him. Put the guy in and take out Fred and put McTominay in there with Van der Beek, as we were discussing the other day, and you will see a really diverse midfield and a lot of patterns of play, which will be really good on the eye. I'd love to see that.
Agreed.
Yeah, the reason I did that team, and obviously, you know, I feel sorry for Van der Beek quite a lot, not starting the games. But I think Ole is going to play the same sort of system he played against Leeds United, where Fred will be sitting and Scott will be more in advance. Now, part of the reason why Ole will not play Van der Beek or Matic is because this will be his actual team, the squad. Them two players there, Scott and Fred, will be his main two midfield players throughout the whole season. So it's about fitness, getting them up to match sharpness, and each game they'll be playing, they'll be getting more and more fitter, rather than now bringing in a Matic or a Van der Beek to disrupt everything they're doing, because he's not going to be using Van der Beek. He's not going to be using Matic. He'll be using Matic in the cup games. He'll be using Van der Beek in sort of the cup games, or if Scott or Fred get injured. That's the only way I can see Van der Beek coming in this team.
Wow. I feel bad.
Someone do the honors and take out Fred or McTominay then in training. Maybe Van der Beek should do it. Maybe Van der Beek should do it. Go on, Van der Beek. Go and take him out. And just say, "Oh, accident. Hey, I'm sorry." You know.
And so
that's the way I look at it, because I can't see he's trusted these players. He's been using these players now for how long, and he's trusted these players.
Solo, you were saying there about getting match fit. How's Van der Beek going to get match fit unless he plays?
Bring up his team again, Solo. Anthony wants to see your face.
And Solo, and you mentioned Fred may sit back like in the Leeds game and Scott may go forward. Who would you rather want going forward, like Scott or Van der Beek? Like that's
I'd prefer Van der Beek. I would like to see Van der Beek get a good 10 to 12 match running, consistently playing for the club, because intelligence is more intelligent, will like Fred and Scott combined together. But Ole, for some reason, do not trust him. Even though he had a decent pre-season, if it was down to me, like I said, I'd walk to Old Trafford right now and knock on Ole's door and say, "Listen, Ole, Van der Beek it is. Take these guys out. Don't worry about them and just play Van der Beek." Because he could act as both players, to be honest with you, because neither does Fred. Fred is a squad player and Scott is a squad player. Van der Beek is a starting 11.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like one of our viewers, his name says, Ollie is notorious for playing these two players, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So, Anthony, I think, what did he want to see?
Your face. Yeah.
It's like a doorman, isn't he? Like,
you ain't coming in here. Yeah.
Show me your ID.
I was sitting there thinking these guys are going to have me tonight, because last week you had me last Friday. So Amanda, before we guys, if you're watching, please like, please share, please subscribe. Also, I'd like to see you guys put your score prediction in comments. And is there any changes you would do to this team lineup as well? So, Amanda, would you mind taking away? I think Big Phil with his chest is out. He's out tonight.
So Big Phil's saying good lineup, Solo. So he agrees with you. I would honestly wouldn't change anything from the Leeds game, bar Dan James. Yeah, good shout. Good shout. And again, Barbados Phil saying hopefully Donny van de Beckham gets some playing time. I wouldn't risk one DM in an away game, especially with Lindroth in defence. Put your glasses on, OS.
Oh, Clark Kent, Superman is back.
Great timing. I didn't see that coming. Limbo says, this is for Limbo says, so Limbo's team. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Varane. Oh, Varane, yeah, okay. Shaw.
He's not going to play.
Midfield three of Fred, Pogba, Fernandes, Sancho, Martial, and Greenwood. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, joking, you know.
Yeah.
I tell you, Linville wants a killer, man. You can't play that team yet. It's too early in the season, man. We can't be lighting up anybody with that team just yet, man. Please. Can you imagine the day we put that team out?
I know, exactly.
Andy Herbert says, bring up the squad again. Solo looks like he means business. Yeah, he does, certainly.
Hey,
hi, Mike Green. How you doing, Mike Green?
Good evening to Mike as well, guys.
Good evening. Jem says, Sam with Joe, with Sancho, would start every game and get subbed off instead of subs on during the game if he can't manage 90 minutes.
Good point.
And that's my point. You start him when he gets tired, you take him off.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yes,
This is from Chris, Leicester Die TV. Like
Big
I
up.
keep saying, the best Leicester channel on the web. He says 9-0 to Man United away from home this time. Jem says OS is the agenda's Clark Kent.
I'll take that.
Mild-mannered reporter from the
I'll take that. Just for Jem, I'll keep it on.
You don't know who you are. His secret identity. Mike Green says 4-3-3. So De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindroth, Maguire, Shaw, we know that. Van de Beek, Pogba, Fernandes. Yep, like that. I don't like James, Martial, and Sancho.
Yeah.
And finally, more like Lewis Lane. That's
Big Phil's haying.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Guys,
big up Mike Green. Big up
if
Chris.
you're liking the content, please like, please share, please subscribe. We're the Man United Agenda, and this is your Southampton versus Manchester United preview show with myself, Solo 7, Mr. B, OS, and Amonde. And guys, the comments are coming in. Thank you so much for all the support. And remember, if this is the first time you tune in, please go afterwards into the YouTube link and make a comment, and we will talk to you. Okay. Thank you very much, Talk MU. Pleasure as always.
I agree. 2-1 to United. Is that all?
You guys want to do
Come on now.
Pardon?
You want to do
He's
score
saying 2-1.
Yeah, we're going to hit some predictions.
Oh.
So let's go to Mr. B, because Mr. B was the first one who said we're going to walk them. So let's go, Mr. B. Talk to us. What is your score prediction? Remember, guys, hit your score prediction in the comments.
4-0.
Woo!
Wow.
4-0, yeah?
First score
Remember
off.
I said that.
First score.
Minimum 4-0.
Yeah, first goal score.
Greenwood.
Remember the reaction. I'm coming for you. On Monday.
Yeah.
I can tell you what I think the score is going to be from on Monday, but it's gone on Monday.
All right. Naturally, you know me. I just want to see a 1-0, manage the game, see it out. We don't have to whoop teams every week like we did with Leeds. Leeds very open. I just want to see us, like the problem we had last year was breaking down teams and holding on to a lead and the right attitude, as Solo was saying earlier. So I want to see us get an early goal, win, and see the game out without, controlling the game, that sort of thing. Look at Man City. They've had a lot of 1-0s and they've lost 1-0 a lot as well, but they control games. I want to see more control of the game. Going into the Champions League, we need to have that game management better. So 1-0 Man United, please.
Goal scorer?
I don't
Harry
care.
Maguire.
Oh, Harry Maguire. I want to see it like Mr. B was saying earlier about attacking set pieces. I want to see Harry Maguire score a few more attacking set pieces. He seems to do it for England with the 3 lions on his chest. Let's do it with the Man United devil on his chest.
Okay, and OS, the Clark Kent of the agenda.
I will say 2-0. I will say 2-0. A clean sheet, I think, is going to be very, very important for us. Usually, after we do so well in a game, we kind of come crashing back down in the next game. I hope that doesn't happen, so I'm going to be watching out for that as well. And I just want, like, I agree with Amande so much. I just want a disciplined performance. I want a performance where we feel comfortable and we won confidently. You know, none of that. We can see the goal and then we have to try and come back into it and do all of that we did last season. I mean, it was great that we won, but I think a disciplined performance will be important. And I think first goal, I will say Bruno Fernandes. And I'll also say, hopefully for Gemma, that it's a penalty as well.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
For myself, now I'm going to stick to everything I always do. Man United 3-1. Always, for some reason, we always concede goals. Can't manage a game out completely. So 3-1 Man United. First goal scorer, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba. And let's go for... let's do some tribute for Torquemue, his adopted son.
Yes.
Mason Greenwood.
Yes.
Great goal. So, guys, let's go through some of the comments and see who's predicted what.
Okay, so let's go from the 2-1 from Mike Green said 2-1. Jem saying, "Oh, so it makes sense now. The OS stands for Original Superman." Yep. Oh no! Go on. Let's see it. Mike Green, this is a great comment. He says, "I feel like it'll be one of those few outstanding games where we're like amazed, you know."
Yeah. We'll be doing the watch along as well.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. Bruno with a pen says, "Jem OS." There you go. The goal scorers for Mike. He says Adams will score. Shea Adams will score for Southampton, and James and Martial will get our goals. Yeah. Big Phil says minimum 4-0 in his opinion, but might be 4-1. Pogba 2 assists, Pogba 2 goals, 1 pen from Bruno, and 1 goal from Greenwood, and then a Bruno own goal. Mike Green says Maguire scored against Burnley in the in the PS friendly.
Yeah,
right, okay.
I think they gave it to Martial because I think
bounce off Martial's head. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Has anyone seen the highlights? I've been searching out.
Yeah, it's to be honest with you, the game.
I'll send it.
Game.
I'll send you the but I saw a bit of the first half, but there was something that I did see. Whether or not it's enough, I'll see if I can find the link.
Because all the footage I've seen is just like mobile phone kind of thing. Wasn't very good.
Blurring.
But regardless, anyway, so Anthony says 3-0 Man United. I would like to come on the Studs Up show for the Arsenal game, if that's okay.
You're on.
Just make sure your internet connection is good. You have good lighting, and we can hear you well.
Yes.
And see the tears trickling down your face, motherfucker.
It's good he's got his booking in early.
Yeah.
Mike Green, can I come on your show for 5 minutes?
We're wrapping up.
We're
now,
going to be
Mike.
off for 5 minutes.
James is
Mike, what we'll do is, Mike, if you are interested in it, let me know and we'll bring you on the Monday show if you like.
James is saying, "Do you want to see a clean sheet more than anything?" Yeah, yes. I do.
Yes.
I would like a clean sheet.
No,
but we're Man
I
United.
don't. I will take 5-1. I don't care. I'd
Fair
rather have 5-1. Yeah, 5-1. I don't care. Right now, man's talking about 1-0. Goal difference could be important for our title charge.
Goal difference is 1 point. Ferguson, remember Ferguson?
Fergie used to always say that.
Man City beat us to the league.
There you go.
We went out and got
There you go.
Goal difference counts.
Yeah, but we can still want a clean sheet though. 5-0. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Here's a proud father talking about Mason. He says Mason is platinum. That's better than gold. I just adore the kid. He will be a legend for Man United. Yes, talk. Here's a lot of agreement in here today.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike. Yes, talk. Yes, Mike. Yes, talk. We look good, to be honest. To be fair, we are attacking from corners. That's Mr. B. You shout. You You said that, Mr. B. Clean sheets will come when Varane is next to Maguire and Lindelof is sold. And lastly, for a bit of fun, James is saying, Satan, what a bumpy. You better go to Big Phil's church.
Yeah, that's it. Repent, go repent.
Yeah, go
guys,
repent.
if you're watching, liking the content, please like, please share, please subscribe. We're the Man United Agenda, and we will be back on Friday. Also, we'll be doing a watch along on Sunday, so you can join us on Sunday as well. Drop your comments down below, share, like, subscribe to the Man United Agenda, and on Monday.
Yeah, no, I just want to add, like, the season's the transfer window's not even closed, but I'm so involved in the gossip and all this kind of thing. So we've seen a lot of young French players. The guy from Monaco today, they're talking about him, and I'm sure everyone's been looking in. So on Friday, we've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
so tune in, guys.
Also, tune in. The last bit of news I'm giving you, and I can't understand why we can't get rid of him, but I'm not going to talk about it.
So here we go. We got Romano.
Yeah.
So he's saying Man United have an agreement in place with Flamengo from Brazil for Pereira. Final details to be sorted in order to complete the deal. It's going to be a loan move as per he's talking to someone. Flamengo also in advanced talks with Kennedy from Chelsea. Is Kennedy still at Chelsea? Oh, that's
there you go.
I'm not saying that. We got Pereira still at Man U.
There you go.
Good luck, Pereira. Unfortunately, I don't think he's ever been cut the mustard really for us.
Okay, so again, we're there. Thank you very much, guys, for everyone who's like, share, subscribe to the Man United Agenda.
Mike's funny. Get him on the show. Get on the show.
Brilliant, guys. It's been brilliant again today. And without your support, we wouldn't be around, guys. So please like, please share, please subscribe. Thank you so much for all your comments. And we'll be back on Friday at 8 o'clock to kick off a transfer rumor show. So thank you so much for liking, and have a lovely evening. Thank you.